Hello, everybody. Welcome and welcome back. If you watched the previous videos yesterday, we went through and we started our cute little cat ornaments, and today we are going to finish them up by decorating. So I think I've got a couple of options here. I've got these little pieces of a necklace that I found at a garage sale, I believe. We've got some little key charm options. We've got these guys here. Got some flowers. We've got a little cat. Got a couple of nice little beaded dangles. I got out some brads because I'm wondering if we can use that for some of our ribbon or lace tops. If we can thinking if we could use this hole here to secure those in. So we'll give that a try. I've got a couple of kinds of small, kind of thinnish lace. Some sheer ribbon, some not embroidery thread. Some colored twine, I guess. I've got some baker's twine. These guys came from the dollar store, and I liked the colors. I thought maybe the colors would look good with some of these. So we've got that. We've got some more of the cotton and linen distress oxide dyed fabric that's been ripped and torn and kind of shredded up, so that is another option. And just a couple other things. Maybe we'll pull out some of the bigger twine and just kind of make a big mess. Oh, I was gonna see, I got these at the Dollar Tree as well. Some burlap trim might look a little neat. So we'll see. We'll see what we decide on, and we'll just go through the process. So let's start with, don't know why this is always such a hard thing to decide. Let's start with this guy. He's on the bottom. Set these guys off to the side. And let's choose our hanger first, the part that will actually go onto the tree itself, if that's where you're putting it, if you're putting it on a tree. I got this Paper Studio, just a little bundle at Hobby Lobby. Oh, I'm gonna make a big mess. That's pretty standard. Okay. Stuff these back in here and get them out of our way. Kind of like the idea of something shiny. And the stripes here are kind of a nice contrast to the flow of the wording and all of the layering of the flowers. So I think I want to go with this. So let's decide how we're going to try to do this. If we want to use a brad, I don't want that to hang too far over, but we can trim it when we're done. Let's go ahead and take a piece of this. Now, I haven't tried this before with the brad, so I don't know if it's going to work at all, but we're going to try. Pick how high we would want that to hang. I think that looks reasonable. Let's see our best bet for getting this through and what color we want. I kind of like this rose. It looks a little bit more orange because of the cat. We also have this option. I kind of like the shiny. All right, let's see if we can poke this through, if we need to try to make a slit, a hole. Trying stuff out for the first time on a video might not be the wisest. No. Let's see if we can use our crocodile here to make a very small hole. And I think what I'm actually going to do is let's do one side at a time. Let's see if that'll... it kind of work. Mostly just frayed it though. How about instead of that, this is what I use when I am making holes to bind a signature into a journal, and it's just a baking deal that you put in to see if your cupcakes are done yet. So let's try, yeah, that works a lot better. So I think what I want to do, don't really want to keep the part that is a little damaged. Oh, where'd he go? Now I lost the other guy. All right, here, we're going to do this. I am making this too hard. All right, let's get that guy out of there. Let's go ahead and poke this fella through both. Always watch your fingers. A lot of times if I have something, you know, a little bit stiffer that needs to be poked through, I'll set it down on top of like a piece of foam so that I can hold it stiff and just poke right through without worrying about my fingers. So we've got our thing there, and let's see if we can get that guy through the hole that we have started. Oh, we did. Awesome. I love it when things work. Okay. Let's stick this guy through here. Oh, I like him. I think that's quite cute. Okay, so we know that's going to go through here. I'm going to wait to put that on till we make our decision about the rest. Now that we know that's going to work, that is a bonus. All right, so now let's see. What kind of interesting thing do we want to have hanging off? I'm thinking we want to go matching. Let's match the rose gold here. That will be cute. Do we also want some colorful beads, or will that be too much coverage? That might be okay. I think that might be a little too big. What else can we put on there that's a little smaller? Is that an okay color? It is. It kind of pulls out that blue. Let's go with this. Let's go with those two for this one. And what do we want to use to tie it on? I'm thinking this lace would be kind of cute. So let's get a bit of this. Let's bring out some of that green in the twine, with the twine. And do we want a third piece of something in there? Let's see. Do we like all of those together? Oops. I think no. I think no with this guy. Let's set him aside. What about this little piece that I have left sitting over there? Let's try these. All right. Let's do it. We're going to do it in this order because you'll be able to see that through the lace. We've got our green on the top. And I am going to turn this over and I'm going to thread it through the two outside holes. Wad it up here in this guy and see if we can get that through the two holes. Yes, no problem. All right. Let's do the same on the other. We'll see how this looks at the end. I'm going to leave the green a little longer. Oops. I'm going to leave the green a little longer, see if we can use that to tie on our charms. Maybe, if I can get it through. There's one. Let's see if we can get that. Oops, sorry. All right, we got him through. Now let's go. Oops, that's not going to work quite. It's a little too sharp. What can I use? If my bone folder is pointy enough to get a grip on that. Oh, almost. Not quite. You know, it probably might have been easier to do each one of these individually. Especially for the ones that are not the exact same length. Okay. All right, let's carefully pull. We want that showing forward. Okay, let's get a little more of this. We'll just work it. Work each one through. All right, now let's go with our green. Okay, I'm going to put this in front. I'm okay with these sticking up and not laying flat because I don't want it to cover the cat. So let's get this turned around. Get everything in the order that we want it. Let's just pull it and see how that looks. Oh, I think that's really cute. Like I said when we were chatting yesterday, this is not my typical style of how I work, but I really kind of like it. I think that he is pretty cute. So let's go ahead and put this guy through. Oops. I'm gonna turn him so the brad openings will be going, let me turn it this way. So the brad openings are going up and down to hold it in there. And what we can do with this is let's go ahead and bend it around the front. You can use your nails, you can use any sort of little jewelry pliers. I'm going to stick that underneath. Let's see if our bone folder will work. I think so. Okay, there, now he's covered. there is our hanger. And here is this guy. All right. So now let's add our dangles. I think I'm going to go ahead and try. I would like them to be on this side over here. So I think I'm going to try to put them on and just then tie a little bow. Oh, come on, fumbly. All right, so let's get that through. And then we will put this through here. Then let's just tie this in a nice little knot and maybe even a bow. Well, that was not a very successful bow. Let's try this again. I don't know why I always cut these so short. I really do. I cut them short when I could totally leave them long. It is not an expensive supply, this colored twine. I can't recall exactly where I got it, but... Oh, do we like the bow or is that in the way? I don't like the bow. Redo. Let's change our mind about that and just go with the knot. Let's just go with the knot and leave it hang on. Just let it hang like the rest of the stuff over here. Okay. All right, I think that we are in good shape. If there's any concern about it coming loose, you can stick a little bit of glue in that front knot. I might try to tuck these. I'm thinking maybe, now that we're through it, we might have been better off putting the top one in first, but for now we'll just tuck them down in. We certainly don't need to take it completely apart and start over. We'll just use our tools and tuck things back where they go. All right. Cute. All right, let's set this guy aside. And what should we do next? How about, whoops. How about the next guy? This gal. I think this is a she. And she is beautiful. I'd like to play off the yellow. I have this, I'm sure it's not antique, but definitely old. Vintage maybe, but definitely old. So let's get some of this. Then get this out of the way for us. And let's go. I love that kind of periwinkle blue. That's not quite the right color. A little bit of a different hue. What about this one? Yeah. This will be a good one. Let's go with this. And then what you can do if you're trimming down any of these is you can just fray the edge just a little bit. It just makes the neatest layer of texture and interest. Oh, guess we're pulling this one off too. No problem. No problem at all. All right, since we are going more yellow, I think if we do a brad, we want gold. And I could go gold there. We could go gold and silver. We could add a touch here or some pink. Oh, I like the pink. Let's go with the pink. Do we want little or large? That's more purple. Let's try the large. We'll see if we like it. If we hate it, we hate it, and we don't have to leave it on there. So I want to, I'm thinking maybe twine for the top of that one. This one. Now, I think if we want to scrunch it and have it hanging again, or do we want to maybe forego that and start simple? I'm gonna do this. Let's, instead of layering, let's pull this through here. Being careful not to break the thin wood. I'll go one at a time here. Am I getting it? No. No, I'm not. There we go. One of the, I don't know if it's interesting or maybe psychologically telling, I suppose. You know, one of the interesting things about doing something brand new on a video is there's more thought that has to go into it, because there's no muscle memory with these, right? They just haven't done this before, so we don't have any real muscle memory. So we got to think and decide as we go. Put this guy in the background. This might end up being a little bit obnoxious, but you know, it's Christmas, and if you can't be obnoxious at Christmas, when can you? Celebrate all the good stuff at Christmas. Do with our little lace arms here. Is it too much? We could tie it in the back. Then this will be our focal point. Guys, I'm struggling. Or maybe the yellow is just too much. Maybe it's just too much. Maybe what we need is something simpler, like some twine. Let me grab some twine. This is not super thick, but it's a little bit thicker than the green. Oops. Maybe we just put some twine in there. Let's open these up and we're going to see them. All right, maybe we want a little bit of pink and some of this. Maybe we want to go purple and keep it deep. Let's grab some of this and not be stingy. We've got this whole ball. We're fine. Let's just cut a chunk. All right, now we want to do this. Shall this be our hanger? Oh, sorry, completely went off the rails there. No, guys, I'm struggling. Let's... Maybe what I'm not liking is the fact that it's not a hanger. Let's see if we can make this the hanger. Know if I can get a knot in it. It's so thick and wide. Let's try. I can always undo it. Always undo it. All right, which we're going to. Let's try this way. That. Let's see if we can tighten that up. Here, give it a good pull. Okay, that's better. That is nicer and more along the lines with what I was hoping for. Okay, that was a timely detour. Holy cow, that took a bit. All right, let's put this guy in the middle. Let's add some purple. Let's, do we want to double this? Let's double it and see what we end up with. We'll clip it at the end. Okay, I'm going to thread this through both of the holes. So I'm going to go through here. And let's go back through the front. We'll clip that at the end here so that it'll be two. Now, do we want to thread this through here so it's clear up at the top? Let's try. It's pretty big and pretty heavy, so we don't want it to hang too low. We want it to be up top. Oh yeah, that'll be cute. Oh, I love it. Okay. Yep. All right. So go ahead and tie these in a knot. Not very in the middle. Tie these in a knot. And that is too cute. That will look lovely. I don't know if we still want... Do we still want a key, or is that enough? What about... It doesn't feel quite enough. Let's go ahead and trim these. I don't want them to be too long. Let's trim those. Those are cute. Those hanging. And what else shall we add, guys? I don't know. Let's set him aside. We can come back if we want to do... We don't need to because it just hit me. Let's do just a little bit of the lace. Maybe right here. As well. And for this, we can do our brad trick. Let's see if we can get it through. I'm feeling movement. Oh, yep, there it is. Okay. Awesome. Cute. All right, let's clip this guy. Let's open this up. I'm going to use these this time. Don't think I can get my fingers in there too tight. All right, there. I think let's call that guy finished and move on to the next. All right, we've got 2 left. I've got these, oh my gosh, they're not even open. Let me open them up here real quick. We're gonna see if we can manage this. Again, with the trying the very first things on a video instead of checking them out beforehand. But you know what? Trial and error. What I'm hoping that we can do with this platform is have time to be creative and try things. And we can sometimes try things for the first time together. Nothing wrong with that. I got this little kit for, I think it was on clearance for $3 at Walmart quite a while ago. Looks like back in September is probably when I got it. So what I was wondering is if we might be able to put a few jewels around the bottom there to make it look kind of fancy. So let's give it a try. Let's open these up. I am going to dump a few into here. And let's close this back up carefully. What this did not come with was glue, but that's fine because Lord knows we got plenty of glue. Let's see how this would be picking up. Okay, oh, smashed it, but that's all right. Apparently those are wax. Y'all are probably laughing at me. You guys have done this probably a million times. And here I am trying for the very first. So let's see where you might want to have them. Oh, I think that's pretty. Do we know how many we want? Probably not. Do we go all the way? Do we go part of the way? I like the odd numbers, of course, for good balance. Do we do 5, 6, 7? Do we go around the whole thing? Or will that be too much? They've got a bit of a green hue in the package, but here They're very much looking red, and so I'm wondering if this might be a better option for this guy. I'm going to think one moment. All right, guys, I thought about it for a bit, and I think because this is so neutral and it's got the gold, it's almost more sophisticated, if you can say that about a wooden ornament. So I think let's set this guy aside. And this orange fella looks more bold, more kind of jazzy, if that makes any sense. So I think I'm going to put them on here, and I grabbed the bigger ones. It will be a whole lot less time consuming to do the bigger ones because we won't have to place nearly as many. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and join you back when I am done.